Do you have principles or a life philosophy that you strive to live up to? Having a clearly defined set of principles is so important because it will guide everything you do. Making decisions becomes effortless when you're aware of your principles. You just make the choice that's most in line with them. For example, if I'm deciding whether or not to go out because I'm in the middle of a project, then I won't go out unless I know that I'll be able to enjoy myself, and not think about my work throughout the night. Because always being present is one of my principles. Or maybe I'm considering asking a girl who I work with out for drinks, but I'm afraid of making things awkward since we're going to be forced to see each other even if she says no. Well, in this case, I'll ask her out anyway, because another one of my principles is always doing what I'm afraid of. And while I think being able to make quick decisions is one of the biggest reasons to have clearly defined principles, there are far more benefits than that. Everything from your self-confidence and your sense of self to how you interact with other people and how they perceive your energy and self-esteem are greatly improved when you're acutely aware of your principles. When I lose my way, I always find comfort and warmth in reviewing my principles. I like to think about whether or not I'm actually living up to them. And sometimes, I modify them as I grow and my passions change. Some of my principles were taught to me by family and friends, some I borrowed from my favorite books, and others I learned the hard way through repeated trial and error. These are the current 6 principles that I strive to live up to each and every day. 1. Have a mission. Over the last 4 years since I graduated college, I took the red pill and began striving for continual self-improvement. I've only intermittently adhered to this principle. But the last few months I definitely have. I redesigned my homepage and the free ebooks downloads I offer to better reflect my decision to focus on 2 main topics, bodybuilding and self-improvement. I've also been making a push to kickstart my YouTube channel, get more comfortable on camera, and produce some beastly-ass videos, among many other things. And during this time, I've felt supremely confident and happy. And I've done a much better job at sticking to my good habits like reading and meditation. My mission motivates me to be great in every aspect of my life. When I get distracted and caught up in my relationships, too much pleasure time or just sidetracked by general day-to-day bullshit, I'm far more prone to bouts of anxiety and overindulgence in my bad habits. 2. Be present. This is one of the toughest things for me to actually put into practice. Being present means immersing yourself completely in whatever it is that you're currently doing. It means not worrying about things you have to do later, and not overanalyzing events that have already passed. I struggle to do this. I often bring my mental baggage around with me, whether that means thinking about my mission when I'm with a girl, or thinking about a girl when I'm with my boys. For me, having a mission that I'm actively working on and meditating regularly are 2 key things that help me to be present. And when I am present, the time I spend working is far more productive, and the time I spend with other people is far more enjoyable and relaxing. 3. Confront your fears. I wasn't able to get better with women until I failed with them countless times. I wasn't able to attract a substantial amount of traffic to this channel until I failed to do so for several years. I wasn't able to write a best-selling book until I wrote several garbage ones that didn't sell. The common thread. I was afraid to do these things at first. Approaching a girl was intimidating. Starting a blog and writing about my personal life was embarrassing. And writing and publishing a book seemed impossible. But I wouldn't have grown as quickly as I did if I hadn't pushed myself outside of my comfort zone and done them anyway. And I'm equally sure that I won't continue to grow and accomplish greater and greater things if I grow complacent and stop confronting my fears and doing the very things that make me nervous and anxious. I believe approaching women and practicing a martial art are two easy and effective ways to put yourself in fearful situations and rapidly expand your comfort zone. 4. Take responsibility. Question: what is the giveaway trait of a weak man? Answer: his inability to take responsibility. When you make excuses and pass the blame, all you're doing is refusing to learn from your actions. Even if someone or something else played a large role in making something turn out badly for you, you must always take responsibility for your actions and your involvement in the situation. Otherwise you won't learn anything from the experience. I recently broke up with my girlfriend. Blaming her for all of our issues is the easy thing to do. Reflecting on how I could have better handled different situations and better reacted to her actions that I didn't like is not so easy. And doing so makes me wonder if the relationship could have worked out better if I had done better. But it also gives me a lot of reference points so that I can react better and better handle similar situations in the future. The same thing goes for fuck-ups at work, at home, or in regards any other situation that ends badly. 5. Lift heavy-ass weights. Here's the thing, staying beastly is a lifestyle. And if I don't have the body to prove it, that's just wrong. I strive to physically represent the same strength and dominance that I wish to embody mentally and emotionally. And the most efficient way to do this is to lift heavy-ass weights. I love squatting, deadlifting, pressing, rowing and doing just about anything else with a few hundred pounds of dirty iron in my hands. 6. Be grateful. Being grateful for what you have is the key to happiness. You may have heard people talk about abundance versus scarcity mindsets. This is what they're talking about. You must love your life exactly as it is in order to be able to move forward from a place of abundance. If you consume yourself with thoughts of what you want and what you don't have, you put yourself in a position of lacking and weakness. Every morning, remind yourself of 10 things that you're grateful for. If you're not happy being single, you're unlikely to attract women into your life because they'll sense your neediness. If you can't appreciate a single thing about your current job, you're unlikely to advance your career or start your own business, because you're focused on the bad rather than the good. This negativity will consume you. These are my beastly principles. Borrow them, steal them, use them, modify them, and do with them as you like. But please, do your best to live up to them or whatever principles you do value. By David de los Morenas. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe for more educative contents.